Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Arizona Cardinals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Allen now on first down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
But now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah,
usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Everyone's got four down. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jayon Brown in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. On play action, Allen. Looking right sideline, that's complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got it first and goal at the 6. A toss play to Hunt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's going to let it go deep. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. Going up top. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. And the Raiders have got him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped out shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, A lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now Hunt, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Allen. Going left side, it's complete. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Watching that, Barney.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check safety, check safety.
Now Allen. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, the 40, the 30, the 20. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Gun! Over!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On play action, Allen. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Allen off the play fake. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Gun, 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 gun.
Back to throw here. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he works free. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Got his target, Samuel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Off the play fake. Allen escaped, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. On third and long, it's Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Allen. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Going up top for Kupp. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And now it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. Stays on his feet, and he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
To the air, Allen. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Detroit!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 42. 6. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Green, 39. Green.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Allen now on first down. That is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Allen to throw. To throw again. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On play action, Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Here's Hunt, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this is incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Allen forced out to his left. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, it's Allen. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. In for the score. And the Cardinals have broken the tie.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now running right through it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to look deep down the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go now. 319! 319!
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he?
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They get it to him running left. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Now let's go! Blue landed!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. deflect, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Allen. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll look to throw here. Taking a shot for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there at 22. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
From the left side, it's complete. And he finally goes down at the 43-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Allen going to throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Allen will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air? And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. He'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And out across midfield down to the 45. And that one results in 35 yards.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Move, landing.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Allen, he couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cardinals, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.